Hey foodies, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm whipping up some fried catfish and spaghetti. This is a meal that my mom used to make when I was a kid. Both can be done within an hour. It's a lot of food that's on the screen, but as I've said in previous videos, I'm making this meal for me and the hubby. We're empty nesters, which means we'll have delicious leftovers for tomorrow thanks to my air fryer. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I have here is some catfish steaks. Now I've bought this from my local grocery store, which is Jewel Osco. So if you don't see these at your local store, you may want to go to a butcher and just ask them to cut the catfish into steaks. Most times when you go to the store, the catfish is cut into fillets, but I like mine actually either way fried. It can be catfish steaks or it can be fillets, but these are going to be catfish steaks. So what you're going to do is add some Cajun seasoning and some Italian seasoning. Now the next thing I have here is the Louisiana brand New Orleans style fish fry. I like that one as well as their Cajun. So you can use that or any one that you have in your cabinet. In addition to this, I'm also going to add a cup full of cornmeal. Another thing you don't have to add, but I also like the extra crunch to it. In this bowl, I've added about a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning as well as a tablespoon of thyme and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm mixing that very well. Also in the background, I do have some oil that's heating up inside a pan for the fish so that it can be frying. And I'm going to heat that up until it starts to like bubble a little bit. I don't have a temperature thermometer on that, but that's what's happening in the background. I'm using canola oil. That's one of my favorites, but you can use whatever cooking oil that you have in your cabinets. So now that the cooking oil is hot, I'm going to be adding the fish to the skillet, and I'm using a cast iron skillet. It's actually like a deep cast iron skillet, but you can use whatever you have available. Even if you have like a deep fryer, that's fine too. So I'm going to be cooking like these catfish steaks for approximately 10 to 13 minutes, but you just want to make sure that they're nice and golden brown on the outside. Your heat should also be like at a medium. You don't want it to be too hot because you don't want the fish to be cooking too fast. But yeah, so once that's done, I'm going to add that to a cooking rack so it can drain and still keep the crispiness. Now the next thing I'm going to make is a spaghetti. So this is 100% ground beef. It is about 90% lean. So I'm going to brown that. I'm also adding about a tablespoon of minced garlic as well as half of a package of Lipton onion soup mix. And that's because my husband doesn't like onions, but I have to hide it in there. So it's about half a package inside of here. And I'm just going to cook all that until it's brown. It's going to be smelling really good. If you have any oil at the bottom of the pan, you can drain that, but it's not too much fat in this particular ground beef. The next thing I'm going to add is some Prego. Prego's one of my favorite spaghetti sauces. You can use whatever spaghetti sauce that you like, but I like Prego, and it's the traditional one. So I'm pouring that into the ground beef mixture and making sure that all the other sauce is getting all melded together in there. And at the same time, I've also was boiling some spaghetti noodles. That was boiling for about 7 to 8 minutes. So once that's done, I'm just going to spoon this out like using a strainer, but I'm spooning that out and I'm putting that over the meat mixture. I'm just going to mix all of that together, and of course I'm going to add some more spaghetti sauce in there because I like my spaghetti saucy, but you can add as much sauce as you want. So just going to mix all that together. One of the things you can do that, once you mix the meat mixture with the spaghetti noodles, you can also add like some Parmesan cheese to this. You can also add some red pepper flakes to this, maybe some Italian seasoning too. But yeah, you can go for what you know, as my mom used to always say. So yeah, just stir all that up and that all should be ready. I want to say within a good 5 minutes, you just want to simmer that so that meat mixture, that sauce is getting inside of the spaghetti. But yeah, so this is how it looks afterwards. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese to this, and then I'll add some parsley, just for the color. So yeah, that's my fried catfish and spaghetti recipe. I hope you like what you've seen. Shout out to everyone who subscribed. Thank you for coming back and coming to cook with me. If you're new to this channel, my name is Angela. This is my channel, Plus Size in Chicago, where I make a lot of easy to cook comfort food meals. You'll also see me reviewing different restaurants in the greater Chicagoland area, or you may see me hanging out some spots while I'm on vacation and checking out the restaurants there. Be sure to subscribe and leave a comment and share this video with your friends and family. I'll see you guys next time.